Hi! Waving my hand. Look. Me with a mouthful of tamale. I know I got a minute and 30 left on ads. But I'm kind of like, what if we watched the video together? Guy who was absolutely going to run and get coffee before ads came in. But I'm just like, what if we watched the movie together? Not Data Center. Movies and titles. What if we watched the movie together before going into binding coils? What if we watched it again? Let me actually grab my coffee from the other room, and then we'll get into watching the A Realm Reborn demo and title. Damn. Can you believe it? 7.0. Crazy. Punts! Hi, Perry! Give me 1 second, let me grab let me grab coffee. 1 second. Hi! Hi, waving my hand. Hi! Coffee obtained! Now, let us watch the... It's important. Let's watch it again. Puts my hands on everyone's shoulder. We're here for 7 minutes. You can bet your ass we're doing this for every expansion. That's tomorrow. Brother, does it look like I know? I don't actually. But I was just responding. These intros are fantastic. Yeah, and this one is especially relevant to the raid that we're about to get into, Ray. This is the prequel. I made it to Sargatanas? Okay. I'm gonna eat my tamales while this plays. I'm going to get the soundbite of Graha eating an ice cream, specifically because you keep saying I miss Graha, and that's what I'm gonna play every time. Do it, coward. I have to find it. Sid looks so much older without the beard, it's crazy. This sounds so fucking good with my new headphones, by the way. Can I has cheeseburger meme? Yep. That's all we need to watch. That's it. Was watching a bit of Wicked and listening to Fiero and giggling while kicking my feet. Oh my god. I don't know who that is. Looks around. Sweet little bumblebee. He's played by Graha's voice actor. Oh, okay, you know what? That makes sense. I see now why you would... Hold on. Covers the chat. I was about to fight Titan. I mean, Leviathan. But... Wait. So much fun when you fall off the boat. I've learned not to fall off the boat. Ba-ba-bum. I don't think this teleports me back to Wineport, so I should go to Wineport. Maybe. Or it'll take me to... whatever, I don't care. Rolls my wrist. Cutscenes reading. Unrestricted party. Raids. The binding coil of Bahamut. We're watching all the cutscenes. Yay! Let me get this chat cover off now. It should not matter. I will hide the log window. Thank you for helping with this, Ray. My god, you're gonna look so great in these cutscenes. Let me hide this. I'm gonna get grabbed by a cutscene somewhere down here. Don't let that stop you from taking out the ads. But... the scars left by the calamity. I can scarce breathe for the surfeit of ether. Tell me, have you ever seen corrupted crystals such as these? You have entered a duty with unrestricted party members. One or more party members have yet to complete this duty. A bonus of 100 elegant tomestones of poetics. The meteor fissure will be sealed off in charge complete in 4 clicks. I don't gotta worry about that. I'm not fighting the ads. Surely I won't die. Such crystals manifested across the realm when the course of the great river of ether was irrevocably altered 5 years ago. Behold one of the objects that caused the alteration, a fragment of the lesser moon Dalamud. This ancient Alleg created Dalamud, or meteor, to use the Garlean name, to serve as a celestial prison for Bahamut. Its fall inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that have yet to heal, as is evident from the corrupted crystals. I was told I get to kill, so... Amazing! Dalamud's internal defenses still function, in spite of everything, a testament to the ingenuity of the Allegans. The Garleans seek to appropriate their advanced technology. I am certain of it. It's okay, you're here in the cutscene in spirit. We are about to become face to face with the secrets that have long lain buried within the sands of time. Great dangers may lie ahead, but we have come too far to turn back. The truth of the calamity is within reach. More cutscenes rolls my wrist. Ah, yes. This is the true Praetorium experience. Gods preserve! Dark wings that would engulf the very heavens. Want me to kill the boss? Hold off on that one. I don't know if that'll, like, interrupt anything. It's been a while. It's been a while. These could only belong to Bahamut. Bahamut. The Bahamut. The primal who laid Eorzea to waste 5 years ago. At Cartano, my grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, the Dreadworm proved too powerful, and he soon broke free of his confines. Yet, instead of resuming the destruction he had begun, Bahamut vanished. Whither to, no one knew, until this day. I do not understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, how is it that he retains his physical form? Did Grandfather defeat him? Or is there some other explanation? We must press on if we are to learn the truth. Me when I have anime sixth sense. Sprints my ass all the way over there. It's okay, scenic route, or whatever. I could turn the entire HUD off, and it won't matter. We're just here for music at this point. Can I jump down from here? Oh, I can. Hi, Ray. I'm catching up. I'm working on it. I'm so slow. Yippee for cutscenes! Isn't this named Caduceus? Oh my god. There is a minion named Caduceus, I remember that. I did it! It was me! I did everything, Alizair! I took care of it. Thank you for not opening those chests. Ah, fuck. It did not dump me back where I thought it would.
I'm not afraid of the darkness.
I'm not afraid of the darkness. I'm not that mean. I have friends who are. I'm used to it. Looks down at the ground and kicks my feet. Imperial Exploratory Site 912 yawns. That's yards. Don't ask me to change it to any other metric. We don't have to kill every ad, right? We just have to do one pair. Like one side. Oh, the door's over here. I usually go right. Bam, 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 bam. Remembering which way to go. Charge complete in 12 clicks. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Please go take care of your leg if your cat sliced up your leg. Yes, kill it. I'm probably going to die when it absorbs those. I did not. That's great. Sadly, I can't say, hey, remember when these things actually killed people? Because I was never part of that crowd. That's before my time. They did make the lighting in here much nicer, though. Sand shaking, that's before my time. It's not before my roommate's time, though. But he hated raiding in around Reborn. It was bad. This fucking elevator. Welcome to Tank Grinding! Brought to you by Binding Coils. We have to split up? No, we don't. We have to stick together. I think you might be thinking of something later, but I do understand what you're thinking of. That is in the final coil. Turn 2? Turn 2, this way. Dum-dum. Oh, it turns the ground off. I see. I've been here a lot. Uh-oh. I'll be fine if I don't move. Oh yeah. So when I went out to get I went out to get some coffee before streaming today. And I got hung up a little bit in the store because the clerk was talking to me about how they love GDQ because I'm wearing a GDQ shirt. And I was just like I didn't really know what to say because I was kind of like, that's great. And they're like, did you watch the recent GDQ? And I'm like, yeah. No. No, I have not. And they were telling me about how in the last game someone kept pulling the fire alarm, so it took like longer than it needed to. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. So it was like and they were like tired of playing because it ended. Hello? Yes, I would like to go now. Because it ended like 3 hours later than it was supposed to. They're gonna get me. I think this is the end. Yeah, and then that fucking elevator that I hate. Welcome to tank farming! Where if you don't want to do it in a party, you do this solo over and over again. Sorry, I'm gonna get thrown in a cutscene. Drive cylinder 1524 yams. Remember when the spinner rooks actually were dangerous? Because I don't. Oh no. Beep. And that's why my health is lower. Hey, I'm getting so many poetics. I mean, I may be able to afford my armor. Okay, so this is it. That wasn't even a boss, it was more like ads. Okay, so it did not actually throw me into, place. Hi, Apollo! So we're gonna go back and we're gonna buy some armor! Bum, 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 bum. There should be armor up here. There's not much to commentate on. Binding coils, aside from the importance of the cutscenes. I need the augmented trousers offending. Yep. How's it going, everyone? It's going good with me. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm having a good time. How's it going with you? Giant hyper-realistic hand pointing at you directly. Hits the ready check button. Sorry. Go minute, sorry. I will have cutscenes. Something came up, so I don't have D&D tonight. Oh, I see. That sucks, I'm sorry. Oh, extra time with the girlfriend. Oh no! Whatever will you do? Me when I'm a hand. Dance partner. Still have Baldur's Gate later. This is going rather more smoothly than I expected. It is indeed convenient to have a hero on hand. Gods, that this cavern should open up again, even at this depth. Ha! This resembles a finger. And so it should. This is Bahamut's hand. As with its wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I count my blessings. But again, I find myself wondering, how is it able to retain physical form? Oh my god, that's so hard to read for some reason. I had assumed that Bahamut's reversion to ether was the cause of the widespread changes to the realm, but if he is still here, then that theory no longer holds. What was it, then, that brought about the realm's sudden regeneration? There is still so much that we do not know about Cartano. I haven't the slightest inkling how deep these caverns run, but we must continue. Apollo with a 5-stream streak! Welcome back! Such loyalty! With the goofa emote. Oh my gosh, Twintania! Big fan! I'm not gonna be able to die! Cool. Wait, I will!
That's right, boys.
Mondo cool. Oh, she's dive bombing you. Never mind. It don't matter. Oh boy!
Open yourself to the darkness.
I love waiting for Twintania. Yay, Billy! Ow! I fucking love dive bombs! Yay! Potatoes! Is she fucking done yet? Bum-ba-da-bum-bum. Bum-ba-da-bum-bum. This is a leitmotif that you'll hear later. I'm gonna die. I didn't die. I still want that mount, but I think it comes from recommending people to play the game and them using the code. When they, like, sign up or buy the game or something. I don't remember. With my 15 alternative accounts! I love this place. I hate that you can't really, like, see it again, though. Silent terminal? Yeah, it sure is. Booba. This contraption, is it used to control the saturation of ether? I suppose there is only one way to find out. The dragon you vanquished earlier. Doubtless you noticed the peculiar contraption about its neck. It was likely a receptor of some description used to enslave the creature. Ancient Alig possessed the means to control dragons, it would seem. The Ishgardians would kill for this knowledge, though to be sure, it could as easily be brought to bear against them. An army of dragons could turn the tide of any battle, as the Garleans once learned to their sorrow. I would not be the least bit surprised if they now sought to exploit this power. Whatever their plans, this serves as another reminder of the might of the Alligans. One cannot help but wonder how so advanced a civilization came to fall. One cannot help but wonder. Oh my god, we activated the gay! This is what happens when I wake up in the morning. Gods be good! See, this is what's happening to me currently. This is how I feel when the caffeine starts going through my fucking body. This is Bahamut's head! And that enormous crystal, it pulsates as if it were a heart. Then the primal that had awakened, was Bahamut all this time? No, this cannot be true. This would mean that grandfather died for naught. Confound it! We do not know enough to strike at it now. We must withdraw. Who is that? No, it can't be. Hello, Grandpapa! Grandfather? Is it truly you? Dude, I've already lost count how many times Canticle has played. Hello, Grandpapa! Hello, Shadow. Welcome in. Walks on air. Yes, let's go chasing after him. No! Don't leave me again! Please! Grandfather! I'm not screaming. But imagine that I did. Hi, Muse! I know. We can do no more for now. Were I in a place by myself, I would absolutely scream that line, but I'm not. Go, Minasari. Oh my god, Bahamut! Wow, you're looking so great. Twirls my hair. Hi! How the fuck do I get out of here? Oh, maybe the giant glowing portal that says exit. But this looks like... How did we come to be in Northern Tanalan, of all places? Oh, but such details matter little. Grandfather's alive, Leon. Bahamut did not defeat him. But why won't he return to us? I don't understand. The expedition has yielded more questions than it did answers. At any rate, we would both be better for a rest. Let us return to the Waking Sands and reflect upon what we've seen. Thank you, Leon. Without you, none of this would have been possible. I think we do get more story with the next one. I forgot the first one, they didn't even have fucking story. Where am I fucking going? The Waking Sands, yes, of course. Pray return. I have so many poetics. I'll at least get my left side armor done by the end of this, most likely. I think Poetics armor should not still cost the reduced armor set. I think that shit should be cheap as fuck. Alizé's pledge. Oriange would speak with you regarding your experience inside the binding coil. Full glad am I for thy safe return. Lady Alizé hath appraised me of thy many experiences. Love is a choice! Hi! Welcome in, thank you for the follow. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louis Soir was my lady's grandsire. Gravely concerned was I for her safety, but would seem I need not have been so. With all my heart I do thank thee for watching over her. But come, thou must speak with Mistress Alizé upon that which transpired within the binding coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. Hi, welcome in! Thanks for joining me. We just finished the first part of the binding coil, and we didn't really, learn much other than Alizé's grandfather is, yes, in fact, still alive. Shall we begin, then? Oriange, I understand you have a report of your own to share with us. Aye, my lady. Even as thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed. In Mordona was it marked first. By comparison of time and magnitude, we have since deduced its origin, the Cartano Flats. I have no clue about this game, I just thought it would be fun to pop in. So none of that meant anything. It's okay. It's you don't really have to know too much, just that the Red Moon Dalamud was slammed into the earth. That is the cutest gimmick ever. Yes, I love it. I love him. Yeah, the only rule that we really have on it is to not get too repetitive with your words or spam one message.
I'm just a little guy and I love you, smile.
And I love you, smile. Strange. There have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could have only been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be in northern Thailand. Somehow, the cavern took us all the way from Vilbrin to the heart of Aldenard. Would seem so, my lady. It is all but certain, then. After Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself deep beneath Cartano, and has since lain dormant, regenerating. Aye, my lady. Taken together with thine own account of Bahamut's continued presence, the land's slowness to heal and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Bahamut stirreth. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eosia's life, forced till, fuck. Jesus. I wish he was easier to, read in ARR, but it's not. He gets written better later on, but in ARR, it's just, a lot of tongue-twisting to me. The primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth awaken and to rain ruin upon the land. It's okay, I'm built different. I'll take care of it. Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Leon. Bahamut may still live, but so too does grandfather. For the past 5 years, he's been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the primal does not escape. Master Louis Saw doth yet live. I durst not hope, and thou art certain 'twas no mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt grief. I know how desperate this may sound, Oriange, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Leon. But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had a chance to speak. Two more like fragments of Dalamud pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell. One we have seen, If we can but find the other two, I am certain that we will find grandfather as well. If thou so believest, my lady, then I too shall have faith. If it please you, I shall notify the grand companies of this development. All Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert the repeat of the calamity. That will not be necessary, Urianger. Being the great conciliator that he is, Alphino will seek to unite Eorzea of his own accord. If rumors are true, that endeavor is already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat, while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Leon, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea is not yet past. For the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. The light in the darkness. Yup, I'm good at that. Thumbs up. So I'm getting yelled at by Velvet. I'm picking up your cat and taking her. She's mine now. Another turn in the coil. She'd let you? Oh my gosh. My cat is actually, like, surprisingly really patient. She doesn't like being picked up, but she tolerates it. But only from me. So I'll pick her up, and then I'll kind of, like, she'll be in my arms, she'll tolerate it for a little bit, and then she'll start crying because she's in my arms for too long, and she doesn't want to be. Which is better than biting me. Because before, she used to bite me. But I think she's gotten off the biting me kick. But my cat is extremely patient because whenever she's laying down on the ground, I'll immediately start, like, waving my hand really fast at her, and I'll, like, put it on her belly and then just, like, shake her really fast. There's this one specific gif of No More Heroes with Travis, like, giving Jean belly rubs. And I do that every single fucking time. Vet check up that Moon is friendly and curious about strangers. Cute! Also, welcome in, Bergie. Urion J would have you delve deeper into the mysteries surrounding the Elder Primal Bahamut. Crystal choke abyss lieth beneath Kakartano Flats, the unholy cradle of an elder primal, and by thy hand where truths great and terrible rested from those once celestial depths. Jif? Jif? Yeah, Jif. Yet, as is oft the case, an answer doth breed a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have these mysteries of the Red Moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Blocked and reported for pronouncing Jif with a J. I'm gonna get that fucking Shadow video, the Shadow and Sonic video where they're talking about, Jif versus GIF versus Lasir. I'm getting it right now, and I'm posting it in chat. Here you go. Lady Alize has sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice and leap unflinching into the jagged wound that doth gape beneath the land. Mine apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long. Normally, I would do this quest line the binding coils, like, over time of doing the MSQ, because it's supposed to run at the same time. It kind of ties into it. However, I can't beat this on my own. So, Leon, I am both delighted and reassured that to have you at my side once more. I would not waste your time with trivialities. Let us proceed directly into the discussion of that which we have learned and that which we hope to learn anon. That's why I'm here. Initially, it was evidence of a new primal that has led us to delve into the cavern beneath the castrum oxidans and to explore the subterranean scars left after the fall of Dalamud. As you will recall, that we have found was a vast, largely intact fragment of the fallen satellite. And within the depths of that structure, we discovered not the new primal we had expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet, even this great revolution would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of my own grandfather. I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambrose, preeminent scholar of the Sons of St. Coinoch, and he, in turn, did kindly furnish me with this theory concerning the Elder Primal's Allegan prison. It would seem that Dalamud was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the Crystal Tower. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon to serve as the living core. Do you remember the sight that greeted us at the culmination of our journey? The colossal devices that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the Elder Primal? From the information provided to us by the Sons of St. Coinoch, we have learned that these contraptions were termed internment hulks, and that each bore the designation Ragnarok class. There's a lot of dairy in the pasta dish my mom is making. Why do you do this to yourself? My name is Trix, and I like visiting the bathroom. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape. And second, they are meant to feed him. Perversely, the selfsame energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted to neither die nor to truly live. He merely is allowed to be. For century upon century was the Elder Primal thus imprisoned, bound about in fetters so subtle in their working, and yet so adamant that though his cell be destroyed, Bahamut lieth yet at the mercy of his long-departed captors. It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be, then, that the Allegans have found a way to simulate prayer itself? It seems the only logical explanation. I would postulate, therefore, that the regenerative mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. Consequently, if all of the internment hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into ether. Upon the evidence of thy previous foray, we determined that the Elder Primal is sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus did we commence to scour the realm, and found in the Twelves Wood an as yet unexplored fragment of the Lesser Moon bearing a most familiar etheric signature. And after conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we have discovered a point from which this North Shroud fragment and the second of the internment hulks can be entered. As Eorzea's horde in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will, of course, be there at your side. Once you have made your preparations, head to Fallgourd Float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant Anaye. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and her position provides a convenient rendezvous point. I will break these Allegan fetters, for they bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut. So I will say, I'm gonna teleport to Fogward. However, I'm going to say I have ads coming up here in a minute, and I might be right back. But, TM, there are short stories that follow after the events of ARR, and I do recommend them, because they also add insights as to what some of these characters are up to, between Heaven's Ward and ARR. And Alize's adds to her motivation as a character moving forward overall, which it sucks a little bit that you get so little of her character prior to patches later, before she comes in as a main character in Stormblood. But I will be just right back while ads run. Yo! Waving my hand. Hi! Oh, I realized her name is probably just Anna L. MIA. French. Thank you. No, I completely forgot to go check up on my cat. I will do that next BRB, I suppose. I'm sure she's fine. Probably sleeping on the couch or something. I was like, I'm forgetting something now that I'm sat down and ready to get back to streaming, and then I realized I forgot to go look at my cat. I forgot about my boy! Leon Sharmat, I have been expecting you. My name is Aniel. I have been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of Twin Adder, that I might better assist Lady Alize with her endeavors here in the Twelveswood. Such authority has allowed me to act without interference from the local soldiery and to conduct a preliminary investigation of the Alder Springs fragment. From what we have seen of the exterior, the structure shares many common features with the one that you explored in Lenosha, and likely plays host to a similar complete complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead.
Welcome back, BTW. Back on the 14th grind.
The 14th grind? 4 months, NPC! Welcome back! Hi, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, thanks, but, like, I only got a month to play the game. I gotta take advantage of the time. The time that I have. Before I see if I wanna, the 14th grind of grinding 14, a little bit. Guy who's been playing this game for 10 years and scratching the back of his head, a little bit. Like my 17th alt that I've taken through the game. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and to the west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and will be well placed to show you to show you the thing, if nothing less. Elmo's world. Where the fuck is he? Oh, over here. Hello. What business brings you to this broken land? Unless you fancy being ground to a bloody pulp under the granite fists of a wandering golem, I suggest you bugger off. Yeah, actually, about that, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, my apologies, sir. Lady Alize did send word of your impending arrival, but 'twould seem I have grown rather too accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Moon, Dalamud. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path, which should grant you access to the entrance, and that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. I've been having internet issues lately, which is something I know you can relate to. The technician found that the electricity is somehow going to the internet cable, so now we have an electrician looking at everything. Oh, that's odd. that is very odd for the electricity's not supposed to do that. No, yeah, surprisingly mine cleared up over this past week, so I guess I just needed to not stream Gestures Vaguely for like a week. But all things considered, I don't know, maybe it was a New Year's thing, and then the whole month they're just like, yeah, fuck everyone. And I just never noticed it because I wasn't, streaming. The interior? Well, assuming that the architecture of this hulk resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located in the bottomless layer, past all the ingenious and deadly defenses of which the ancient Alligans seemed so indecently fond. You are so short. You are so very short. You're a very short human. If you would know more, I'm afraid there is nothing, for it but to brave the depths of the fragment yourself. Lady Alize will soon be arriving at Fallgourd. Pray do not tarry on your way back to the lieutenant's posts. I imagine our young mistress will be most eager to commence the expedition. The road ahead promises peril aplenty, and I would humbly suggest that this is not the occasion to stint on preparation or provisions. May the 12 watch over you. Dude, I'm gonna die when we get to turn 5. I already know what, part is going to kill me. I'm already well acquainted with this fight. I'm well acquainted with doing this fight solo, but is Ray? Me looking over at Ray with a smile. Master Shamat, I trust the private's explanation was worth the journey. No. Yes, I am. Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think of what defeating its inner defenses will entail. If there is aught I might do to aid you... Hi, Alphino. Lady Ellie... Oh, my apologies, Master Alphino. Has there been a change of plan? Harayon informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before he disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Leon, though I would strenuously deny if she were... Can I read? Can I read today? Is today not a reading day? Though I would strenuously deny it were she present, my sister's admiration and affection for our grandsire exceeds even my own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Alize is wont to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. It was that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil. Yet the fact that she risks her life in this manner is not the greatest of my concerns. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not become a quest to save a man long dead. My sister must needs have a better reason to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of the stakes for which we risk all. There is a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of the Eorzea. Alisaie must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. I am glad that it is with you whom she makes this journey. If Alisaie is to discover a deeper purpose, then where better to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion? 'Twas there that I found mine, after all. But 'tis past time I was gone. Fair fortune in your endeavors, Leon. Ah, Lieutenant Anaye, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. I was not here. Oh yeah, the high Allegan tank armor. Oh, it's so good. I think a lot of tanks use that a lot of the time. It's like that one, and then Eyes of the Creator, not Eyes of the Creator. The Creator tank chest piece is also used quite often. Lady Alisaie is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return. Yeah, I think I used the Alexander one for the longest time. The second coil of Bahamata. Oh, it only goes up to 4. Yes. Damn, it really do be streaming Monday. I just like glanced down at my stream deck to see that 10 people that I follow are live, but I'm like, damn. Everyone's making a buck today. Dalamud's shadow. That probably said shard, but I did not read it. No. Cutscenes. I had off today due to the holiday. Yeah, I think a lot of people did. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that the corrupted crystal should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced the ground to the depth of many hundred yams. Oh my god. The swirling ether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it's not as if we expected this to be a straightforward task. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Leon? 'Tis imperative that we win to the depths of this structure and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again. Not while there is hope that he might yet be saved. But mayhap we should put such thoughts from our minds until after we have successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears to be a suitable point of ingress. Oh, I was like, wait, I could just run. I was like, where are the golems? Guy pointing around, where the fuck the golem go? I like that they reused this model at the start of one of the earliest Heavensward dungeon that you can get to if you don't do side quests. So it's just like, let's just scare the shit out of a bunch of Realm Reborn raiders. faffing around the second coils. What is number 2? 2 isn't the... No, I'm thinking of 3, I think. I think 2 is the elevator. 3 is the hallways. Or I just fucking lied to you. Anyway, I got a cutscene to watch. What else am I gonna do for Nail? That armor. No, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Leon. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know of only one who wears such armor. He whom the Empire raised as high as the Black Wolf himself, the Legatus of the 7th Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the Meteor Project to fruition. We face the White Raven, Nail Van Darnus, harbinger of the 7th Umbral Era. Nail Van Darnus? Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. It should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. Out of love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Nail Deuce Darnus. The one true deity? Bahamut! He speaks of Bahamut! Oh, Lord Bahamut! The name is as sweet water to parched lips. How my heart swells at thy sacred touch! This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile its glory, and you will answer to me. Oh, no, it is elevator. Okay. Both cats? How is this possible? From what Alphino has told me, Nail was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with worshippers of a primal. I don't quite remember Alize's inflections. You can tell which characters that I fixate on because I'm, like, good at remembering how they speak. The outer coil. Anyway, ads! Yay! And I'm here too, stands very still. If I stand very still, they won't target me. I think it's east. I lied, it's south. Wait a minute. Not true, I was right, it was east. I'm looking at the map wrong. I mean when I'm right, but I don't know how to read a compass. This fucking elevator that I hate. Wait a minute. Oh, Lamia. Hey, at least we don't have to deal with Shriek. Wow, she's so cool. The slow motion flipping. I thought you weren't, because you did an auto attack, so I thought that was the damage you did, and I got so scared. I was like, ain't no shot. They're gonna fucking kill me! Now it should be the fucking hallway. That fuck-ass hallway that I hate. Reassemble anchor is good. It is true. This fucking hallway that I hate. Central decks, 3,256 yams. I fucking hate this hallway. You have anything to say, Alize? No? Okay. Oh, never mind. Still going. I'm reminded of the passages beneath Castrum Occidens. We must have traveled quite some distance below the surface. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Surely they cannot continue all the way down from the upper floors. It is difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling those corridors house more than dreadful guardians you've already faced. It is said that the Alligans excelled in the creation of chimerical beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with 1,000 fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the Elder Primal. I wonder, the creatures that prowl these halls, could they be beloved children of which Nail spoke? Well, this is yet another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onwards? No. I'm gonna stay right here. Oh my god. It's fine, I got this. It's fine, I got this. I forgot there were ads up here. Yes. That does make sense. I have no idea where you went. Anyway, if you go back to the start and go straight twice, and then jump to the right, you're at the bulkhead. This place is so easy to get lost in. Surprisingly. Oh, shit. The sentry node is coming this way. I don't think it really matters. So I already activated everything, and it's just up here. What? The surveillance module? Bitch. You're heading out? Okay. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for sticking around. Is this a tree? Oh yeah. Oh, he's got it mixed up. Kill that thing! Uh-oh. Ah! I see you got bound while turned away from the boss. He ain't getting it twice. Oh, he wishes he could, though. Now, so sorry, but I'm gonna have a monologue that I have to read. The hollow charts, 6,329 yams. I love the design of this arena. That surely can't be Dalamud. Where are we? The final resting place of Nail Van Darnus. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too. No! Damn! Took the helmet off. Cast one powerful spell. In the hour of his failure, Nail Van Darnus felt the currents of ether begin to bear away at his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my god resound in my ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert not once denied. Ugh. Okay, but would though. I would though. I would is the thing. I would. Would seem that little remained of Nail's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion, and the result was this strange simulacrum. And nevertheless, her aura bespeaks of great power. She channels the rage of the other primal itself. Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command, and none shall escape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. They will avail you not in the calamity to come. Sure, I'll square up. And it's like two frames later, I'm dead on the ground. Buried under like 7 meteors. Oh, this song. Hey, I know that halberd. Hey, that belongs to Greg. Oh, thank God, I don't have to sit through it. You have DPS to the point where I don't have to do comments, and I'm so glad. Yippee! The beauty of Machinist having big damage. Yeah, well, maybe I want to get stomped on by Bahamut, okay? And maybe I want to die to Tank Buster. I mean... Ye gods, woman! Turn down the solar rays! Poor creature. Would that you could have never been born. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether. But Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned what little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? Turn down the brightness! Holy fuck! But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. My primal deity? I kneel to no icon. What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? I am Nail Van Darnus, the Gatus of the 7th Legion. No. A moment. My thoughts are clouded, and this body is not my own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the Lesser Moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controlled you. But that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. But do not assume that all my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected. Mine and none other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me. Nail, please. You must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world. Oh my god. And what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louis Soir. You are Louis Soir's grandchild. Huh. The fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on. If you would have your answers, they await you at the terminus of your path. But to know that this path only leads to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Silence, chattering raven. You wretched wings are broken, and you shall soar no more. My crimson moon, your brilliance sears mine eyes. Turn the fucking brightness down, Jesus Christ! I recognize that voice, Leon. But never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put aright. When the final Hulk lies dormant, Grandfather will be himself again. I'm sure of it. Oh my god, Canticle! Jesus fucking Christ. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I had anticipated. And let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. The display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found in the Lenosian Hulk. It shouldn't pose a problem. Leona, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nail's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain then that I was going to lose you. And just as I lost my grandfather, even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet, look how far we've come. 'Tis incredible the feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Twas this capacity for greatness, I believe, that Grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand that much at least. is done. Shall we make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts? We have seen much that will benefit from Urian J's learned perspective. I can't get down real low like Louis Soir, but I can give my damnedest, I suppose. My daughter! I go over really fast and smack this bald man. Grandfather! It is you! Then why? Abandon this quest, Alizé. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils. Sabotage? But we must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. No, you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will. And the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. I'm gonna start crying. Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve. But should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself. She's like, what the fuck? That light in grandfather's eyes. He has suffered the same fate as Snail. My daughter. My grandsire is no more. That was not but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged. Coils makes me cry. Fuck. Where am I going? Or perhaps it's just making me read these better. If I just get really emotional, you know. Alizé's resolve. Alizé is keen to seek Urian J's learned opinion on the disturbing events which unfolded during your expedition into the second coil. Truly, it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to northern Danalan again, it would appear. I must thank you, Leon. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. But you don't need to tarry on my account. The danger is past. Pray, go on ahead and apprise Urian J of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. Return to the Waking Sands, you say? Okay, well, let me go to Mordona and buy some armor, and then I will go back to the Waking Sands. Hey, return to the Waking Sands. How much do I have? $7.99, and I need the boots, head, and Hans. I think I get 2. Dominion of... It's war! Lion King 2. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, bada boom. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'll be able to get the booties to the. Yep, I'll be able to get the booties. And I only need one ring. Because my ring will be good until level 76? Or is it 150? No, because we were 200 at the end of... We were 200 at the end of, We were 200 to 300 at the end of Heaven's Ward. Because the end of Stormblood was 400 something. Because I'm pretty sure, I remember distinctly the start of Shadowbringers kicks you off at like 520-ish? Haha, remembering item levels throughout the game. So it'll be like... I'll just have to replace the ring at level 60, and that'll be it. I know the current eye level is 770. So the end of Heaven's Ward might have been 370. Probably higher with Savage Gear. Savage Gear would be like 10 higher, so 480. 780. How much is this? 130? And the cap to Heaven's Ward is probably or ARR is 150, so it's intended to be discarded sometime around then. Well, this good is good until 5. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. This does not matter. I do not need to be thinking about this. Girl, we gotta go. Go back to the Waking Sands. Oh my god. Time to BRB and take care of something real quick? Yeah! I'll just be unlocking these next few quests, so it's just some chatting. Yeah, like 15-ish minutes. I mean, I'm gonna run into ads at that, like, during that time anyway, so yeah, you're fine. I, Orion J. The triumphant hero doth return, and thine eyes speak of the dread tasks of completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow which followeth now across thy brow? Yeah, about that. I'm gonna, like, be flipping through, like, 3 voices here. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louis Soir and that Lady Alize beheld, an unnatural conjuration enthralled the Elder Primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet, what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if the Lady Alize did absent herself from the future forays into the corals. I have come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger. My lady, I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now, let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would first speak of the coil's lead guardian, Nail Van Darnus. Van Darnus was a legatus of the Gallian Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did Seth. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is of he whom they speak. Aye, he, I say, for Nail was for a certainty no maid. The noble house of Van Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Alleg. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn that the true nature of Dalamud, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nail to construct a far less subtle mechanism, and in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Van Darnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a man's servant. I only hope the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nail's words, those beloved children of whom we spoke. I assumed at first, when he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove this source of worship. Otherwise, our efforts to disable the coil shall be for naught. Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won by but a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught else, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Leon, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louis, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlayan. Yet, when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? So you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that the keys serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest to whom the door should never have been opened. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. I'm getting so emotional reading my own lines. But perhaps it adds to the performance or whatever. I love Urianger. I love Urianger so much. So much. This is a man wrought with guilt. And the angst that he feels for the decisions that he makes. Mwah! Ah! Oh, I love Urianger. I love him. That's right there. Theme of love paying for him would rock. Oh my god, I don't know if Theme of Love plays somewhere in Dawn Trail, but it might. It might. That is the FF9 expansion. Anyway, I got ads starting up. I'm gonna be right back. While we wait for Ray. And then, I'm sure she might still be busy, but at least... Theme of Love is FF4. Well, I have good news for you, because that is Endwalker. And Endwalker is one of my favorite expansions, but, I'll be back. I'm gonna let ads play, and I'm gonna use the restroom, and then we will get back into this, unlocking this. Hopefully before Ray gets back.
Yo. Hi. Hi. Yo.
Hi. I still gotta unlock this, but hi! Waving to Ray. Shit. Man, I was thinking of something that I was going to say, and I completely forgot it. Oh, right. Okay. Muse puts my hand on your shoulder. I know you've played Around Reborn at least, yes? So you know how there is like a title job for each expansion, as in like that is the poster job. That is the job of the expansion. This is have you had to play any? But yes. 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 Okay. So we start in Around Reborn. Technically we start as an archer and then we grow into being a tank. Well, rather we, quote unquote, as in like the Cannon Warrior of Light, Meteor, as everyone calls him. Meteor. So he starts as an archer, and then he turns into a marauder, and then it goes into a warrior, and that is ARR. And that's where Meteor got his name. Yeah, I think you told me. Yes, yes. And then it goes, ARR goes warrior to Heaven's Ward, which is Dragoon. And then from Dragoon, we go into Stormblood, well, the first half of Stormblood, which is Monk. And then the second half of Stormblood is Samurai. And then, from Samurai, we go to Dark Knight. This is Shadowbringers, of course. And then we get to Endwalker, the Final Fantasy IV expansion. And we go from Dark Knight to Paladin. It's so fun! Like Cecil, yeah! That is entirely why I did it. And I just... I'm like, I like it. I love storytelling. I love, yay! I love media! I haven't played Paladin in so long. I love playing it. It's my favorite tank. And unfortunately, Gunbreaker grew on me. There's just something about Double Down. Double Down! Dim and double dim it down. Doug dim it down. I'm gonna dim it down. Dim and Doug, always dim it down. Double dim and doubles, dim and downs. Probably something like that. Can I make a joke? You're free to do as you please, so long as it is not against community guidelines or TOS. It lets everyone dress like sluts evenly. Oh yes. Everything has been unlocked. Everything. It's just unfortunate that when the men wear the 2B tights, they have no fucking ass in them. So not everyone gets to dress like sluts evenly. It doesn't give them cake. Oh shit, I've been yapping for too long. Fragments of truth. When my warrior of the light was a male Miko, I used to wear that shit for shits and giggles. No ass though. Yeah, it's like the Hank Hill ass. Whenever they wear the 2B bottoms. Oh my god. Rian J would speak with you regarding your mission to prevent Bahamut's return. A man is wont to cast light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness. Though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alize, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Leon, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Me adding a fucking... They gave their booty to Solid Snake because they stole his in Ultimate. No! If you want to cosplay as Solid Snake in this game, you have to wear the 2B bottoms. Because it takes away your ass. Snake, but specifically the Smash Brothers Ultimate. Oh my god, or the Fortnite one? Oh my god. Leon, it is well that you are here. Hi, Alistair. How are you doing? My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Riange, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats even as we speak. Really? That place is a war zone! If we're to prevent this return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. and gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nail Van Darnus unto his will. And though thou didst consign the fallen legatist to blessed oblivion, and thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone, doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Urion J. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. That was really hard to read. You need not worry, Urion J. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. Mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I have said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that thou visit the fragments again in Leon's company? Full oft hath the Warrior of Light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible that he may do so yet again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else, I would question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny that what you say about Leon is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course? Good. Now, we seek entry into 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could have since found something useful through us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. Love that Sora was originally supposed to summon Bahamut. You're gonna get there. And they're just both each dead playing poker bored in the void while they're reforming. I think what's really fun is you can see like the subtle, quote-unquote subtle ways that they show how both Alphino and Alize are kind of like stuck-up rich kids. By way of Alize, it's harder to see. Alphino wears it on his sleeve. Alphino is really like obvious of his like stuck-up rich kid egotist like ways. His god complex, as they say. Alize doesn't have that. They get so much better later, but god, they're both little snobs, and they are. You'll see here with Alize, she doesn't quite remember the names of her, servants. She mixes them up, even if they are brothers. It's kind of like rubs the back of my neck, and then you know they don't speak up about it, because, like, I would rather just accept and go along with this mistake than get fired by my boss. I guess I'm Dex now. But I think later, I'm not sure if she actually gets it right. I think she might later on. And I'm like, oh, look, character growth. But if she doesn't, then I'm like, oh, she still got a little bit of that snobbish in her. Just a little bit. Hello, Alize's assistant. I say, are you not Master Charmat, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis, sir, at your service, and may I say what an honor it is to meet you. How goes the survey decks? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to this land's twisted lay, which seemed destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near, and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at this thing. Let us away to Mortona, and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I am sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Leona. Yeah, see? The voidlings are back to yelling at me. You're in trouble! Why are you not answering them? You know what I got? Chocolate. You stop petting them for like a second and you yelled at? Well, yeah, you're not giving them enough attention. Keep going! You're supposed to pet them more. Keep going! Hold on, I'm gonna DM you something. Ray, if you're not petting your cat like that, then what are you doing? That caramel was really thick. Look out! Guys, it's right behind me, isn't it? thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I am relieved to see that you are unharmed, and it was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try to excavate the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there is really no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Found it! We are losing precious time. What are we to do now? 'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alize to the cerulean processing plant in the northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear. Urianger has found the way. Then we must go to him at once. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. You need to linger on my account. Should Master Urianger's method prove viable, rest assured I shall put my many arms between myself and this place. Yeah. Where am I going? Yeah. La Bobo. La Bobo. Hi, Urianger. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no more fragments in northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth in the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes! An ethereal stream before us led back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow it me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemed plain that the two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that the others may be connected in likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might which, oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Urianger. And that one might reach what we may call the headwater. We propose to employ a modified aetherite, which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. And that is a risk I am willing to take. You're brilliant, Oriange. But I am curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence? Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Yay! Oh my fucking god. Verily, it was not my wish to withhold knowledge of the aid I received. I pray that Mistress Alize will forgive me when she learneth of its source. Alize! Alize! So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the mortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Ul'dah, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Leveilleur. Alphino! It was you who was helping Oriange. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Oriange. It was at my behest that he kept silent. He will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down... Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather. And when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire? Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours. Both of us. And that is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alize, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs forth from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Leveilleur, I will be present for his final moments. Very well. You may join us, on one condition. I make the decisions. If it please my lady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give the word. I'll be waiting for you at this beryllium processing plant. Yippee! I am having so much fun. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. There's something about getting to do bickering that I really love, and I just can't put my finger on it. It's the repressed emotions. I finally get to argue and win because I'm on both sides. I've been waiting for you, Master Sharmat. I'm pleased to say that the Aetherites primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanlan and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to recover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for Milady's sake, if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side. Yay! Slam that ready check. Yippee! Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. 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 Oh yes. Yes. I can repair your gear if you need it. Am I gear low and I ain't even fucking notice? Hold on, we're chaperoning the twins. So this is how it looks on the inside. This internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success, and we are come to the right place. There is no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. She's like 2 seconds from fucking strangling him. Alpha, no, you will not steal my thunder on this. Bam 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 bam. Meow. Quickly, we can get around the corner before it spawns anything. Yes. To the left. Or to the right, it doesn't matter. I'll follow you. Quickly. Your chum-chum! Waggles my finger at you. You should have expected this. Scared! Wait, it's cute! I forgot. I love this model. So if you don't fucking one-shot this, I might be dead. Yikes! Well, any damage can help. I've got more reading to do. Yippee! Paladin pulling off a one-shot. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. The joke is, it doesn't do fucking damage. Hello, young twins. Keep moving. Don't stop. By the 12 dragons, and so many. You're all gonna get used to my voice over these characters, and then the actual voices are gonna come in, and you're gonna be like, we were aware that the Alligans were possessed the means to control the creatures. My god. We were aware that the Alligans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Dalamud did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. Tell me something, Alizier. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first, I had assumed that Bahamut had to know people of his own, that the Alligans and perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that, I inferred that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Oh. God, strike me bound for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children, right before my very eyes? How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alligans kept him imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Alligan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the primal's existence. Truly, the Alligan's ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. But no one denied that it was a man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alphino. and merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Elegans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the Primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. He's like, alright, damn. Holds up his hands. Fuck. I poured chocolate. It was leaking its caramel insides. Ah! Oh no! The One Piece! The chocolate, I apologize, is very chocolatey, so I'm like fighting for my life. Yeah! Completely! Hi, Max. How you doing? Regeneration grid. 6,835 yams. I had a chocolate cake yesterday and I felt that. Trix, you do not need any more milk. No more dairy. Don't leave me. Come with me to the left. I said nothing about dairy. You know what you were thinking. Goodbye! I hope you're ready for a thrilling adventure. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, there you are. I was like, Uh-oh. Which way did we go first? We went left first, right? So we gotta go right now? I will simply eat chocolate while I wait for my tank. By the way, do not stand underneath this thing. It'll kill you! Okay, hi. Hidden Mickey! Dude, Ray, look on the floor! Hidden Mickey! A lucky emblem! Hidden Mickey! Yay! Oh, cutscene time. 4 of them. No, children, you're gonna show the Hidden Mickeys. Get out of the get out of the way! Oh, we're safe. Why, this looks like a model of Dalamud. Yes. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view, trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him. Unable to move, denied the release of death? How his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nail Van Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. Oh, the Hidden Mickey is on screen! We failed! Fuck! Shit! Oh god, they made it bigger! Children, you had one job. Could you not have just been like a little bit shorter? Ugh. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. No, no, you can't zoom out any farther. Okay, we're good. Oh, we're safe. We're safe. Oh boy. Boy, a big meaty boy. Boy. My boy. Oh boy. Oh, I realized that there's ads in 7 minutes. Well...
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Oh, voice acting. Right. I'll just eat my chocolate. Main bridge, 8,872 yams.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shade, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice.
I love how he says that word.
Was in the
Justice.
twilight of the third astral era, the southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god.
God.
Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own
God
tyranny.
damn, Bahamut is a wordy bitch.
As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace.
Nidhogg?
Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the
Nidhogg
children
and
of Lord
fucking
Bahamut be free. Then
Gracefelger don't
shall the
speak like
world
this.
know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to
Ugh.
shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Oligarch? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth. If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
Cinema! The music!
I thought... No. He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandson.
Anyway, isn't it fucked up that they gave him as like a rising mount?
For his sake and for ours, we must defeat our grandfather.
Ugh, I love the delivery of that line. My ass ain't even in the game. No! Yay! I hope this cutscene plays after I leave, so that way, the ad break doesn't come and, ruin the experience. Sweating emoji. Oh, okay, good then. Nigga. I don't know if I run the ads now, if it'll run the auto ads. After it, so I'm like, Okay, well, we'll put faith in that. I will be right back real quick. I will not make you suffer in this, like, buzzing noise while I'm gone, so I will be right back. Yo, waving my hand. So he could probably hear it better than us. Sound mixing! Oh yay! Yippee! Yeah, no, there's like these lasers and there's like a humming noise and I'm like, I know any bitches out there with sensory sensitivity, they'd probably get really pissed off at it. Techniums? Okay. There will be a good chunk of cutscenes, so if you want to take a couple minutes, Ray, that is totally fine. Okay.
Grandfather is truly gone this time.
I don't even have to.
Better
I don't
end
gotta
this
say
way than the
shit.
alternative.
I am yet here, Alice, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Grandfather?
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become.
I have no idea how.
Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg
Because I have the
forgiveness,
script right here.
it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut.
Dalamut.
In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
Here we fucking go! Now splice this from the beginning. It's my fucking grandpa! He's so fucking cool. It's not fair. World's coolest fucking grandpa. Hydrogen bomb! Oh wait, but it stops because you know what? He's that guy! He is that guy! Grandpa! Fuck, it's so cool! Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying because of answers. Fuck off.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land, That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be, not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light,
Learning.
you must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind, the question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find. This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes
This
and
track
dreams
is an automatic
must no
tearjerker.
longer
Ugh.
be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May Light's blessings ever keep and protect.
Grandpapa!
Come, warrior of light. Our task remains undone.
Come, warrior of light. Come! Time to fight Bahamut. Yep. Wait. What the hell? Why are you Nico Green? Hit that ready check button. Alright, are you ready for more cutscenes? We're a while. Kicks up my feet, leans far back in my chair. Oh my god. Can I just say would? I really would. Me poking Bahamut's head. The burning heart.
'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
Bahamut.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
I did not think I'm capable. That's what I sound like when I get hit.
Alize! Alize!
I had thought it finally over.
I had thought it finally over.
We will not survive another blast.
We will not survive another blast. Nah, I would. I'm built different.
Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm.
Grandpa!
Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have.
I love that they already bring this back like it didn't happen 5 seconds ago.
Along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
Jeez, did we really need to shake the screen so much? Oh my god.
How long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last. Let me join my strength to yours.
I love them so
In this
much.
place, in this moment, Our purpose has become one.
Oh my god, it's a metaphor for them working together after all these years. There's... Oh god, I forgot about this. Weebs,
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
what the? Who's all those other blips? What? What the? Who? They think we got 6 other people in this party? Aha, I see I'm the last to arrive. Ah. Would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Bahamut titties! Look at that! Wait! Oh. Me when there's a delay and I realize. I was gonna say we should have shown off Mega Flare. The final quill of Bahamut complete. You did it! Yay! It still went off on my screen. It didn't go off on mine. Is this still voice acted?
You did it.
Oh, thank God. Kicks up my feet.
But one task remains. With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
It's kind of beautiful as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. It's really pretty. And tragic. Hydrogen bomb!
'Tis done. He is truly gone. You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
Yeah, like that's a natural conclusion to anything.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation?
I mean, that's what I'm saying, Alice.
Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Ugh.
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had
Ethical
worked to protect.
philosophy,
Your abiding love for
moral
him is the key to
philosophy,
unlock the truth of the
etc.,
community.
etc.
But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Fear not, Alfino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Oriange must be beside himself with worry.
He is. You gotta assuage his worries. He's a big mother hen, you know. So is Thancred. They both are. In spite of your presence, I must confess there were moments when I feared the worst. But in the end, you plucked us from the flames and bore us safe unto victory, just as you always have. As for Alize, I have Never been more proud to call her my sister. We're done with coils! Now I get to just progress through MSQ, and I get to meet Elbert. Twirls my hair. Wow. Is it just me, or does someone like problems in here? Alize would bring the tale of the 7th unbroken calamity to a close. Zooms in. And here we are again. After that descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanaland seems paradisal. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, and the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, I must go and report to Urion J. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant. I waited for them to start moving. Gotta get dinner started? Okay, thank you for helping me with this, Ray. Gives you a big ol' hug. Tea. Wait, hold on. I can also hug. There you go. Well, don't let me stop you from getting food. Thank you for helping me again. Ah, the warrior of light returneth undimmed from the depths of darkness. It was fun. I have fun seeing my friends in the cutscenes with me. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission. And yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad am I of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Alize? Here, my friend. Forgive us our lateness, but we took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. By the heavens! Look at you! Look, he's mother henning! What horrors your young eyes must have seen! What suffering your young bodies must have borne! Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must need to be cleansed, and just at once. I shall make for you a poultice, which draweth out. Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that. Master Louisoix, then you met him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend. But first, there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past, and invite their cooperation, ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Urion J and I will be more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, Naught could be further from the truth, Alize. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of your fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Her pout. Then it is settled. Hurry on, Jay. Pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alphino! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister. That which we have just achieved together stands as testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. For that I am certain. Thank you. There is a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? You know what this means, Chu? What do it mean? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment. Don't scathe. Oh, I gotta go do... Rolls in my seat. The prerequisite dungeons. The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? Yeah, okay. Thumbs up. I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of Calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agree that it must be so. But the thought that the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their saviors, of your deeds, the injustice of it, it's almost too much for me to bear. How typical of you, Leon. Ever the hero. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mericidia, for all those who were taken by the calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure is settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. And when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Leon. One day, I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt that you will continue to help those in need, and grow ever stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino. Really though, slow thumbs up. When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Look, my boy is just a little sluggish in his movements. It's okay. Why, he's a black mage. He doesn't walk. He's not moving, in fact. A new chapter of New Game Plus has been added. And that's how you know we're done. Yippee! Look at all these poetics. Let's go back and get some mail. I think we get the boots, and I don't think we get an earring. Not an earring. Necklace? Necklace. Out of it. Technically, I could get the melee accessories. No? Because it's for all jobs. Let's look. Accessories. Yeah, I can put it on. I'm gonna be so weak in Heaven's Ward, but like smirks. I'll be doing more damage, or I'll feel like one of the big guys. Can you believe it? The entire hour, those like 4 to 5 cutscenes took, and we're already like 20 minutes and the next ads will start. That's crazy. Oils belong! Oils belong! The fuck am I going? Airport. I guess I should change the title of my stream since we finished Coils. Can I fly over this? Yes, right? Okay. I don't want to fly through the tunnels. Take a sippy of my water. Into the heart of the whirl. Melviv is brooding over Leviathan's return. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none. Of that you may be sure. But Limlayan herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. And a straight fight? He would make meat matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Bam, ba, meow, meow, meow. I wonder how long I can go without needing to attune to the Middle Lenosha Aetheryte. I'm deeply curious, and I will find out using Leon as an experiment, I suppose. We're expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting. Yep. Hello, everybody.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lenosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
Yum,
The
yum,
area
yum, yum,
was
yum.
subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our
I got
objective.
Thancred.
But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
I'm pretty sure that's Sid's VA.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieve with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told.
Or so I have heard.
If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us.
Against
rendering him
us.
no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works.
Just like, okay, shut the fuck up.
This device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis.
I like the name
But
Naldic
before we
and
proceed
Vermili.
any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals.
I actually really like how
The
that
question
line
being,
was delivered.
Do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable
Do you think they hire
danger,
someone when
and I
making
would
these
not ask it of
names to
another.
make sure they feel
I
like real
volunteer
names?
myself.
I have no idea. I'm gonna tell you it's Einzar and
Will be dangerous for
Stafferson.
all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait.
The ages
Storm
that you
Marshal
see
Clackerson,
in
command of the
Mikote's
operation is
names,
yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
I think are supposed to have like when
At
Mikote
once,
pronounced them, and they're supposed to do like a slight hissing sound. What the fuck was that saucy look
And
for?
then there is the small
Why are we
matter of
flirting?
slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
I don't even know this guy. Which is really funny if you consider Graha's name, because it's G-R-H-A. G-R-A-H-A. Stares at my hand, Raha. They go in the middle of Graha's name. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I have never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Guardians fear them so. What is it? Message, Admiral. I judge it best to be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by his claim. And even should it be true, and is as Yshtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan. And we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we don't already know? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all! The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Leon, seek him out and learn what he knows. And, at the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning Annihilus. Sips my water. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in northern Nosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. I am turning down the speed heater. It is hot in this room. It is hot in this room because it's like it was like really cold a couple days ago, so the space heater was turned up. And now it was like moderately fine outside. At Gay Fleet. The differences is between Seeker and Keeper naming conventions. Yeah. I like the different emphasis on gender roles and in the difference like between their clans. I think that's neat. Now, I do have ads starting here in a couple seconds. So I'm gonna wait right here and I'll be right back. Yo, waving my hand. I've kind of decided I don't feel well enough right now to continue streaming. I was fine, but I'm starting to feel nauseous, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I know it's in ads, but whatever. I think I'll probably I think I'll send y'all off to they might be wrapping up. Hey, fuck it. Why don't y'all just go back to Graven? Get out of here. Choo. Choo. Waves you away. Choo. Go back to the boss man. Good night, everyone.